Well, it's definitely a project. This is it right here. If you guys haven't joined us throughout the morning show this morning, this is basically what we're making. Like Mark just said, a makeshift air conditioner. I even added these little strings for effect. So you can see it's actually blowing out air. There's a fan up here. We're going to turn that off for the time being. Earlier, we showed you that we kind of marked out these dryer vents for where we want them on top of this styrofoam lid. But now comes the exciting part. This is going to speed everything up. This is where we're actually cutting some stuff out. So I said and I mentioned that you can use a knife. I'm using a box cutter. So basically what you do is we already outlined these dryer vents. We also outlined that fan. And I already started cutting a little bit just to be able to show you guys how this is. It's actually not too hard. Yesterday when I was trying this out for the first time, it took me a while because I was really nervous about the knife. But it's not too hard. If you're making this with your kids, this might obviously be something that you want to take on instead of them. But we're just going to cut one of these out. You are going to have to, once you cut it out, adjust and make sure that the vent itself fits in. So if I was better at this, then it would probably move along a little bit faster, but I'm not that good. The styrofoam's a little hard to cut out, but not too bad. So you want to cut that out, and then hopefully you can pop it out like that once it's finished. And then you want to do the same thing for these other two holes. So the point of this is to be able to fit in these vents, right? So basically you want to make sure that fits in. Mine fits in pretty perfect. Before we put it in though, as you can see on this one, these are bent. That's because the ones I bought are bendable. You can buy different ones though that aren't, if that's what you want. You can also buy smaller ones, which I would almost recommend, and that's only because the smaller they are, the more likely that some of that air is going to be pushed out. So we bent these only because I was sitting in that chair and I wanted the air to hit me. So I bent this and then stuck it in just like that. Now I'm going to start doing the same thing over here. And we're actually going to send things back to Mark and Whitney while I work on this. Make sure you stick with us in the next half hour because we'll be showing you those very, very final steps. It's very simple, right? So we'll be right back in the next half hour.
Oh, man. She's a regular.
Round of applause for Veronica.
Tool man
we were like,
Taylor.
is that going to fit in? But she got the specs all right.
She's awesome. I say every Friday we do a project with Veronica. Hey, Domino.